Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick video editing show. We're going to be doing more of our Metal Gear Solid classic game review. Let's see what we got here. We're working on this sequence. I think we have like a couple clips that need to go in. Give more time for the game clip after this to bleed into that part. Okay, stand by. We're going to adjust this, then we're going to watch what we got. I feel like this is where the boss battles have truly come into their own. Yeah, I see what happened here. Let's let this fade in longer. Truly come into their own. This is things about the boss battles, and I feel like this unique things about the boss battles, and I feel like this is where the boss battles have truly come into their own. What if I punch him? There we go. Okay, so let's see what we got. It was in Metal Gear 1 and 2. They're trying to kill you, trying to trip you up all the time. In Metal Gear 2 already, we were starting to get some really interesting and unique boss battle situations. And so in Metal Gear Solid, there's a lot of like sort of legendary moments, you know, not just in the sense of like shoot and dodge, but rather like how do I think myself out of this situation? How do I get around this person? How do I hide from this person? There's a lot of sort of unique things about the boss battles, and I feel like this is where the boss battles have truly come into their own. What if I punch him? There you go.
Good. Now we can fight as warriors. Hand to hand. It is the basis of all combat. Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
And speaking of the boss battles, the way that I think basis of all combat is good enough.
It is the basis of all combat.
And speaking of the boss battle,
Basis of all combat.
and speaking of the
All combat.
and speaking
Basis of all combat.
yeah, this is good. So,
All combat.
and speaking of, maybe like that.
It is the basis of all combat.
And speaking of the, give it a couple more frames.
Basis of all combat.
And speaking of the,
The basis of all combat.
and speaking of the,
The basis of all combat.
and speaking of the boss battles, yeah, that's good. The way that they set. Did I say speaking of the boss battles in this part too? In Metal Gear 2 already, we were starting to get picking them. The enemy also has other tricks up there. No, it's not already in it. Good. Welcome, Firefighter Fred, to the secret stream. We are editing our Metal Gear Solid classic game review. Welcome on in. What are you up to today, Firefighter Fred? What have you been up to? And speaking of the boss battles, the way that they set up the bosses in this game is really well done. In Metal Gear 1 and 2, it sort of just feels like the boss battle itself is the only time when that boss is really referenced. They're never really that consequential to the story either before or after the boss battle occurs. You're playing the game, and then, I'm jumping out and I'm a, you know, here's my name. Occurs. You're playing the game, and then, I'm jumping out and I'm a, you know, here's my name, I'm the kooky mercenary who does this.
I am Dirty Duck. Go ahead and shoot if you dare.
So maybe, because this sequence, you can't get by with that, with Metal Gear Solid clips. You have to use Metal Gear 2 clips, really. Set up the bosses in this game. You're playing the game, and then, I'm jumping out, and I'm a, you know, here's my name, I'm the kooky mercenary who does this.
I am.
Oops. So, what do we got here? Battles, the way that they set up the bosses in this game is really well done. In Metal Gear 1 and 2, it sort of just feels like the boss battle itself in this game is really well done. In Metal Gear... Yeah, so this sequence, this gap needs to be filled with all Metal Gear 2 clips. And in terms of that, we're gonna have to bring in footage, Metal Gear 2 episodes. And so we're gonna make a text document here that says this project requires Metal Gear. Oops. Let's actually use the project code that we created. MG2 review. And essentially this is basically just saying this project will not work unless we have both of these projects. Required files. And now we're free to take in all of the Metal Gear 2 clips that we want. So we'll just bring in all of this. And I'm not sure how... We can't import the proxies, because then it won't reference them back to the main clips. But we can import the clips and then point it towards the proxies. Fighter's been hanging out, pretty busy with work. Did I have a fun Halloween? It was a good time. We did like a virtual movie night. We watched The Thing from Outer Space over Discord with some friends. That was a good time. How about your Halloween? What'd you get up to? Alright, we want to do this here. Over it, what I mean to say is not over the Voice of Nick Discord, I should mention. It was a different group of friends. Zero 05, 09, 02. Okay, so essentially we just want to pull in clips of the boss battles. And the easiest way to do that, now that we have the assets in the project, number 2, we also have to reconnect these proxies. So this one for number 4, Metal Gear 2 episodes proxies, this is the number 4 proxy. And I think Premiere is really stupid in this regard, that they're not going to remember, it's so stupid. Because of the way they create their own proxy names, that's the default way that the proxy names get created. It creates a proxy that has _proxy, and that doesn't match the name of the clip. And therefore, it won't reconnect the rest of the clips because it can't tell. It's not an exact file name match. So we have to manually relink every clip. And I guess if you were thinking about it beforehand, you could tell it to create a name that's this exact same name as the clip. The only problem with that is it's not really good editing practice to do that, because if you create a proxy with the same name as the clip, it's easy to accidentally mistake it for the real clip itself when you're using media. So it's not really a good idea to do that, but that's the only way to get these to auto-relink properly. Okay, so now we have Metal Gear 2. Let's actually just create a bin for Metal Gear 2 content. And then this will be clips. Firefighter has been watching the old school Twilight movies with a roommate. Cool. I've been saying for years that Robert Pattinson is our greatest living actor, our greatest contemporary actor, not the greatest actor who has survived to this day, but the greatest actor who is up and coming right now. He steals the show in every movie he's in. I'm glad that more people are going to know about him from whatever superhero movie he's doing now, but yeah, he has a lot of bangers. I've never seen any of the Twilight movies, but he steals the show in Lost City of Z. He's incredible in The Lighthouse. Water for Elephants is great. I just saw him in The King, the Netflix movie. He's in 3 scenes. He steals the entire movie. He's amazing. He's always great. Do I think he'll be a good Batman? I have no idea. I don't really care about superhero movies that much, but if he's in it, I'm sure he'll be great. All I know is that he's very, very talented. Oh, this is a boss battle. Yeah, this is a clip of a boss battle. Good.
Reason.
So we're gonna put them up here. In this game is really well done. In Metal Gear 1 and 2, it sort of just feels like the boss battle itself is the only time when that... So we got that. I don't know how many clips we're really gonna have of a boss battle, but we'll check here. This is a boss clip. I believe we actually have a clip, yeah, where it's like showing...
I am Running Man, the world's fastest
either before or after the boss battle occurs. You're playing the game, and then, I'm jumping out and here's my name, I'm the kooky mercenary who does this.
I am Dirty Duck. Go ahead and shoot if you dare.
And then you fight. They're never really that consequential to the story either before. They're never really that consequential to the story either before or after the... Okay, yeah, this is good. Because we're going to put these in like their own little window so that it's made clear that these are not clips from Metal Gear Solid. I mean, it's pretty obvious that they're not Metal Gear Solid clips, but visually speaking, it's important to create a language, a visual language. And I think that'll be good. The only thing is that I don't know how this is going to work with our new movie curtains idea, so we'll take a look. Okay, so that's all the boss battle clips we have from our clips, like our Twitch clips. I don't know which ones have boss battles in them over here. Are we not organizing this by name? There we go. So we can just kind of look for bosses in these clips. There's one. It's a pretty long clip. Sort of just feels like the boss battle itself is the only... Feels like the boss battle itself is the only time when that boss is really referenced. They're never really that consequential to the story either before or after the boss battle occurs. You're playing the game, and then, yeah, so we put one or two more clips in here, and I think we're good to go. It doesn't need to be that complicated of a sequence about Metal Gear 2, because this isn't even a video about Metal Gear 2. That's one.
He says they get their orders.
How about you, Firefighter Fred? Are you excited for Robbie Patty and the Batman? I've never seen the Twilight movies, though. I would like to watch them. Because also, Kristen Stewart is another incredible working actor right now. She's in a couple of really great performances. Nobody really talks about Kristen Stewart anymore, though, which is a shame. Robert Pattinson has kind of like brought himself into the mainstream in the past couple of years. But Kristen Stewart's still just one of those people who are quietly making great work out there. The Clouds of Silmaria, she's incredible in. I recently saw her in Personal Shopper, which is really good, a horror movie. I forget what else I've seen her in, but she's like always good as well. It's funny that Twilight's like a popcorn movie that's, it's like a teen heartthrob movie mostly. It's not really meant to have like great performances in it, but it turned out a lot of great actors. To the story either before or after the boss battle occurs. You're playing the game, and then, I'm jumping out and here's my name, I'm the kooky mercenary who does this.
I am...
So we're gonna put this in its own little window. copy the motion here. And we'll fix that up later. Firefighter saying you're not looking forward to it. You'll say that you're going to watch it. And you haven't heard much about K-Stu lately. Yeah, don't sleep on Kristen Stewart. Go watch Personal Shopper. Came out a couple years ago. I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. Good little spooky movie too if you're trying to keep the Halloween vibes going.
That's it. In Metal Gear Solid, those are established from the beginning of the game, and you get like dossiers on them, you learn about them, and you hear references to them throughout the game. So they're not just like chapter-ending moments. They're like actual, very consequential parts of the story, very important, very consequential parts of the story, very important parts of the story.
Actually, I think we'll probably not even show our face during this entire sequence. Firefighter saying it was a great start for a lot of people like Anna Kendrick. That's right, I forgot. Yeah, Anna Kendrick came out of that as well. I read her biography, or her autobiography. I don't even really know any Anna Kendrick movies, but I forget why I read it. But she was talking about how that really helped her career. Okay, where is there a boss battle clip here? I don't think there are any boss clips of MGS1. Well, that one is, but that doesn't really count. So the big thing we want to show is this part, which is kind of hard to show because it's very stationary. Let's try and show when it's not Snake's naked body.
President of the United States. Now, at this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
That's it. In Metal Gear Solid, those are established from the beginning of the game, and you get like dossiers on them, you learn about...
Good. There's like some parts where they show... Man, if I could find it... Oh, here we go, here we go. Yeah, this is it. So, where... Mission description, is that it? Yeah. Damn, I can't believe we found this. Okay, here we go. Ready? There's Big Boss. We certainly know him. That's it. Okay. This is great.
No madness with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter.
And we can put this at 2 times speed.
Vulcan Reaver, giant in shape. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation.
That's perfect. I can't believe that clip exists. It's like exactly what we're looking for. We can maybe even put this at 3 times speed.
established from the beginning of the game, and you get like dossiers on them, you learn about them, and you hear references to them throughout the games. Established from the beginning of the game, and you get...
Maybe let's put this at 250. Firefighter getting that hype for the perfect clip. Thank you for that hype. Yeah, this is a fun video to make. This Metal Gear Solid one's coming together really well.
Established from the beginning of the game, and you get like dossiers on them, you learn about them.
I think we can just use 3 of them. So let's go with 1, 2, and 3.
From the beginning of the game,
1,
and you get like
2,
dossiers on them, you learn
3,
about them.
And then we cut at that. Yeah, the MGS1 is... Like, Metal Gear 1 and 2 are great games, and I have always loved them, but I never really played them as a kid. You know, I don't have, like, specific memories of them. Metal Gear Solid is the first one that's, like, I really have, like, nostalgic memories about. So this has been a fun video to do, for sure.
They presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. A nuclear weapon.
Alright, so we're gonna have to take this and kind of screw with it a little bit.
So they're not just like them, and you hear references to them throughout the game. So they're not just like, that's it. In Metal Gear Solid, those are established from the beginning of the game, and you not just like chapter-ending moments. They're like actual chapter-ending moments. They're like actual. Those are established from the beginning of the game, and you get like dossiers on them. You learn about them.
So let's
You
go
get,
1,
like,
2. Dossiers, learn about them is going to be this clip of Shadow Moses
like
Island.
dossiers on them. You learn about them, and you hear references.
Yeah, that's way better. Way better. Okay. That's the kind of thing where it doesn't actually really buy you any more time, but it makes the edit so much better to do that kind of thing. That's the thing. When I was a kid, I used to love making like movies as my projects in school, and I, as many kids, kind of feel, is like your movie is like more legitimate if it's longer. I don't know why I always thought that as a kid, but I did. And so I would like draw out all the scenes a lot of times just to let it be longer. But obviously as I grew up and continued working as a video person, you start to realize that like it's not really about how long it is, it's about how short it is. If you can explain the same story in less time, that's what makes a movie better. And we all kind of know that now, but when you're editing, it's certainly tempting to like leave a longer clip just to fill the time. But it's not about filling the time, it's about optimizing the time.
On them, you learn about them, and you hear references to them throughout the games. So
Firefighter saying, do you feel like you more want to be in a video editing type of career? Well, I am a video. I mean, for the last 10 years, I've been working as a video editor and producer. Yeah, that's what I do, or have done as my like career track.
And you hear references to them.
So that's definitely like a big part of my life, and I just straight up enjoy video editing, and I've always wanted to do something like that for streaming, and I think that's kind of fun that we've incorporated these editing streams into the shows.
And you hear references to them throughout the game, so they're not.
So now there's a couple parts where he sort of explains this. Let's get some clips.
Weapons and equipment OSP. Infiltration mission.
Firefighter saying, I didn't know that. It's really interesting to know. Oh yeah. I guess I don't talk about it that much. Yeah, but that's my like specialty is editing.
The game, so they're not just like chapter ending.
So where's the part where he's like talking about the different people? It should be right around here. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go.
The Fox with his powerful skills, deadly sharpshooter, locally dying, revolver, and Ocelot mission for charge of them. Foxhound squad you. The nuclear twin, the man with the same code name as you. The nuclear weapons.
Yeah, this doesn't really work that well. Let's see if we can get this to go like this.
You hear references to them throughout the game, so they're not just like chapter ending moments. They're like actual very
No, that doesn't really work.
chapter ending moments. They're like
I think we just want this.
so
Because there's nothing interesting happening on screen when he mentions them. Where do we have a boss then? We already showed this thing of Liquid. Well, we'll have to find some boss clips that we haven't already used. So it could be useful to watch what we already did for the boss battles. And that'll be, oh, Firefighter saying, I enjoy these editing streams for sure. I'm glad to hear that. yeah, it's definitely fun to make. And it's cool to make some content that's not like live streamed, you know, because it's a whole different type of process. And now we have our second YouTube channel for that. So on that note, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for the video editing show today. If you guys want to find where these videos get posted, you can go on YouTube and look for Voice of Nick Vlogs. That's the name of our YouTube channel where we post all these videos. You can either do that, or I'll post a link in the chat right here. You can click through that link and make sure you hit that follow button on that YouTube channel. You'll see all the 10 videos that are already up there. This Metal Gear Solid review is going to be coming out soon, so that'll soon be the 11th. And guys, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.